Marcus Kane stood at the tall windows of his office, looking out at the empty gardens of his mansion. The house was quiet except for one sound that never stopped. His baby son Tyler was crying again. The sound came from upstairs, sharp and painful. Like a knife cutting through the silence, he closed his eyes and rubbed his tired face. For 3 months, Tyler had been crying almost every day. No doctor could tell Marcus why. No medicine helped. 5 nannies had quit their jobs because they could not handle the baby. The last one had packed her bags yesterday morning and left without saying goodbye. Marcus was rich, very rich. He owned 3 companies that made weapons and computers for the government. He had more money than most small countries. But all his money could not make his son stop crying. It could not bring back his wife Linda, who died when Tyler was born. Nothing could fix the broken pieces of his life. The crying got louder. Marcus walked to his desk and picked up his phone. He called his house manager, Mrs. Carter. "We need another nanny," he said when she answered. "Tyler needs someone today." "Sir, I have been calling agencies all morning," Mrs. Carter said. Her voice sounded tired too. "Most nannies will not work here anymore. Word has spread about the baby. They say he is impossible to calm." Marcus felt anger rise in his chest. "I pay 3 times the normal rate. Someone will take the job." "Actually, sir, I did get one call. A woman named Zara Williams. She says she is both a cleaner and a caretaker. She can start today if you want." "What agency sent her?" She called directly. "Said she heard about the position from a friend. She has good references." Marcus looked at the stack of defense contracts on his desk. He had important meetings tomorrow about new weapon systems. He could not focus on work with Tyler crying all the time. "Fine, hire her. I do not care if she is a cleaner or a rocket scientist. If she can make Tyler stop crying, she can have the job." 2 hours later, Marcus heard a car in the driveway. He watched from his window as a woman got out of a small blue car. She was tall with dark skin and moved like a soldier. She carried a large bag and walked to the front door with confidence. Mrs. Carter brought the woman to Marcus's office. Zara Williams was about 30 years old with sharp, intelligent eyes. She wore simple black clothes and had her hair pulled back in a tight ponytail. Something about her seemed different, but Marcus could not say what. "Mr. Kane," she said, shaking his hand firmly, "I am here about your son. Can you handle a difficult baby?" Marcus asked. "He cries constantly. No one has been able to help him." Zara listened to Tyler's crying coming from upstairs. She tilted her head like she was hearing something else in the sound. "Every baby cries for a reason," she said. "Sometimes the reason is not what people expect. May I see him?" Marcus led her upstairs to the nursery. Tyler was in his crib, his small face red from crying. The moment Zara walked into the room, something strange happened. The baby's crying got quieter. When she reached the crib and looked down at him, Tyler stopped crying completely. The silence felt like magic. Tyler looked up at Zara with wide blue eyes. He reached his tiny hands toward her face. For the first time since his birth, the baby was calm and quiet. Marcus stared in shock. "How did you do that?" Zara picked up Tyler gently. The baby made soft, happy sounds and grabbed her finger. She looked at Marcus with an expression he could not read. "Some children just need the right person to understand them," she said. "I think Tyler and I will get along just fine." As Marcus watched this stranger hold his son, he felt something he had not felt in months. Hope. Maybe, finally, someone could help his boy. He had no idea that Zara Williams was about to change everything. He thought he knew about the world. Zara woke up at 5 in the morning, just like she had every day for the past 10 years as a soldier, but today was different. Today she was not preparing for battle. She was pretending to be a house cleaner, and Nanny Dot. She opened her bag and checked her equipment. To anyone watching, they looked like normal cleaning supplies. The spray bottles contained water and soap. But the vacuum cleaner had a special computer inside that could copy files from any device in the house. The mop handle could take pictures through its hidden camera. Her cleaning clothes had tiny recording devices sewn into them. Zara was not really Zara Williams. Her real name was Zara Chun, and she was a spy from the Kepler space station. The station was built around Jupiter, far from Earth. The people there had been living in space for over 100 years. They had changed in ways that Earth people did not understand yet. Her mission was simple. Get close to Marcus Kane, learn about his weapon designs, copy his computer files, send everything back to Kepler Station. The leaders there needed to know what Earth was building. They were worried about a war that might come to the solar system. But first, she had to take care of Tyler. Zara walked into the nursery where the baby was sleeping. The moment she came near his crib, Tyler opened his eyes and smiled. He reached for her with both hands. When she picked him up, he made happy sounds and touched her face. Something was happening that Zara had not expected. She could feel something in her mind when she held Tyler. It was like a warm, gentle touch inside her thoughts. The baby was not just looking at her. He was somehow connecting to her mind. This should not be possible. Earth babies did not have mental powers. Only spaceborne humans developed those abilities after years of living near the radiation of Jupiter and other planets. But Tyler was different. He was only 3 months old and born on Earth, yet he had the same mental gifts that took space people decades to develop. Zara fed Tyler his bottle and watched him carefully. When she focused her thoughts on making him feel safe and calm, he responded immediately. When she accidentally thought about her real mission, Tyler became fussy. The baby could sense her emotions and thoughts. This changes everything, she whispered to herself. She carried Tyler downstairs and began her cleaning work. Marcus had already left for his office in the city, Mrs. Carter showed Zara around the house and then left her alone. Zara started cleaning Marcus's home office. She dusted his desk while her hidden camera took pictures of his papers. She found contracts with the government for something called Project Shield. The papers talked about weapons designed to stop attacks from space. There were drawings of big guns that could shoot at ships far above Earth, but the most interesting thing was a folder marked Unknown Signals. Inside were reports about strange radio messages coming from outside the solar system. The messages were not random. They had patterns like a language. Someone or something far away was trying to communicate. Tyler sat in his baby chair watching Zara work. Every few minutes, he would make a sound, and Zara would feel a gentle touch in her mind. The baby was trying to tell her something, but she could not understand what. She moved to Marcus's computer and plugged in her special device. It began copying all his files. While she waited, she read more papers on his desk. One report made her blood turn cold. The paper was from a secret government group. It talked about attacks on space stations near Mars. 3 mining stations had gone silent in the past year. Ships sent to investigate found nothing but wreckage. No survivors, no explanation, but Zara knew what had happened. The same thing that destroyed her home on Europa Station 5 years ago. The same enemy that forced the survivors to build hidden bases like Kepler Station. The aliens were coming to Earth's solar system, and Earth did not even know they were in danger. Tyler started crying softly. When Zara looked at him, she saw fear in his baby eyes. Somehow, the child had sensed her thoughts about the alien threat. He understood more than any baby should be able to understand. Zara realized her mission had become much more complicated than anyone expected. Marcus came home from work earlier than usual. For the first time in months, his house was completely quiet. No crying. No screaming. Just peaceful silence. He found Zara in the living room, sitting on the floor with Tyler. The baby was laughing and reaching for colorful blocks that Zara held above him. Tyler looked happy and healthy. His cheeks were pink instead of red from crying. His eyes were bright and curious. I cannot believe it, Marcus said, sitting down in his chair. He has been calm all day? Yes, Zara said, not looking away from Tyler. He just needed someone to understand him. Marcus watched them play together. Something felt strange about the way Zara moved. She was too careful, too aware of everything around her. When a car drove past the house, her head turned toward the window immediately. When the phone rang in the kitchen, she knew it was ringing before the sound reached the living room. Where did you work before this job? Marcus asked. Different. places, Zara said. I move around a lot. What city? Several cities. I prefer not to stay in one place too long. Marcus felt suspicious. Her answers were too vague. Most people talked about their past jobs with details. They complained about old bosses or mentioned friends from work. Zara gave him nothing. That night, after Zara went to her room, Marcus went to his computer. He searched for Zara Williams in every database he could access. His companies had contracts with the government, so he could look in places that normal people could not reach. He found nothing. No birth certificate, no school records, no previous jobs. No bank accounts, no credit cards? Zara Williams did not exist until 2 weeks ago, when someone created a fake identity for her. Marcus felt cold fear in his stomach. A stranger with a false name was living in his house, taking care of his son. But Tyler loved her. The baby had never been happier. This made no sense. He decided to test her. The next morning, Marcus told Zara he would work from home. He watched her clean his office, but he also watched how she moved. She walked like a soldier. Her eyes constantly checked the windows and doors. When she thought he was not looking, she touched something in her pocket that beeped softly. Marcus pretended to leave for a meeting, but he hid in the garage and watched the house through security cameras. Zara went straight to his computer. She plugged in a device and began copying his files. She took pictures of his papers with a camera hidden in her cleaning supplies. She was a spy. Marcus felt anger and fear fighting in his chest. His first thought was to call the police. But then he watched Zara pick up Tyler. The baby immediately stopped fussing and reached for her face. Tyler trusted her completely. Marcus looked closer at the files Zara was copying. They were all about Project Shield and the strange signals from space. She was not interested in his business contracts or his money. She only wanted information about weapons and space threats. Why would a spy care about threats from space? Marcus made a decision. Instead of calling the police, he would confront Zara directly. But first, he needed to know more about who she really was and who had sent her. He spent the day making phone calls to old friends in the military and government. By evening, he had learned something that changed everything. 3 space stations near Mars had been destroyed in the past year. The government was keeping this secret from the public, but someone had been asking questions about Earth's defenses. Someone who knew about the attacks. Marcus realized that Zara might not be his enemy. She might be trying to help him. The question was, help him against what? That evening, he watched Zara put Tyler to bed. The baby fell asleep in her arms like he had never done with anyone else. Even his own father could not calm Tyler the way this mysterious woman could. Marcus knew he had to learn the truth, even if it meant risking everything he thought he knew about the world. Marcus waited until Tyler was asleep. Then he walked into the living room where Zara was reading a book. She looked up when he entered, and he saw something change in her eyes. She knew. "We need to talk," Marcus said, sitting across from her. "And this time, I want the truth." Zara closed her book slowly. "What truth do you want to hear? Your real name, for starters." "Zara Williams does not exist. I checked every database I could access." Zara was quiet for a long moment. Then she sighed and looked directly at him. "My real name is Zara Chun. I am from Kepler Station, which orbits Jupiter. I came here to learn about your defense systems. You are a spy." "Yes, but not the kind you think." Before Marcus could respond, Zara pulled a small device from her pocket. It was beeping with a red light. Her face went pale as she read the message on its screen. "They are here," she whispered. "Who is here?" Zara stood up quickly. "We need to get Tyler and leave this house right now. I am not going anywhere until you explain what is happening." The device in Zara's hand began beeping faster. She looked at Marcus with fear in her eyes. "The hegemony. They are alien ships that have been destroying human colonies for 20 years. They just entered your solar system." Marcus felt like the world had stopped spinning. "Aliens? That is impossible." "Your government knows about them. They have been hiding the truth from Earth's people. The space stations near Mars that were destroyed? The hegemony did that. They are testing Earth's defenses before they attack." Zara's device beeped again. She read the new message and her hands started shaking. "What does it say?" Marcus asked. 12 hegemony ships are moving toward Earth. They will be here in 6 days. Marcus felt his mind trying to reject what he was hearing. But then he remembered the secret files on his computer, the strange signals from space, the destroyed stations, the government's rush to build new weapons. "Why should I believe you?" Zara walked to Tyler's baby monitor and turned up the volume. They could hear the baby sleeping peacefully upstairs. "Because Tyler is proof that humans are changing. Children born near space radiation develop mental abilities that can fight the hegemony's psychic weapons. Your son has those abilities, even though he was born on Earth." "That is impossible. Tyler is just a baby." "Tyler can sense emotions and thoughts. He calms down when I think peaceful thoughts at him. He gets upset when I feel fear. That is not normal for Earth babies." Marcus thought about all the times Tyler had seemed to respond to things that babies should not understand. The way he reached for Zara the first time he saw her. The way he cried when Marcus felt angry or sad. "The hegemony destroys colonies by breaking people's minds with psychic attacks," Zara continued. "But children like Tyler can block those attacks. That is why I came here. We need to find more children with these abilities and train them." Marcus's phone rang. He looked at the caller ID and saw it was General Brooks from the Pentagon. "Marcus," answered the call. "Kane, we have a situation," the general said without introduction. "Unknown objects have been detected at the edge of the solar system. We need Project SHIELD operational immediately." Marcus looked at Zara. She nodded, telling him she had heard everything. "How many objects?" Marcus asked. 12 large ships. They are not responding to any communication attempts. We think they might be hostile." When Marcus hung up the phone, Zara was already moving toward the stairs. "We need to get Tyler and go to Kepler Station," she said. "He will be safer there." "No," Marcus said. "If what you are telling me is true, then Earth needs Tyler here. We are not running away." Zara stopped and turned to face him. "You do not understand how dangerous the hegemony is." "Then teach me," Marcus said. "Teach me everything I need to know to protect my son and my planet." For the first time since she arrived, Zara smiled. "All right, but we are going to need help." Marcus spent the night calling everyone he trusted in the government and military. By morning, his house was full of important people. General Brooks came from the Pentagon. Dr. Kim arrived from the Space Research Center. Director Walsh flew in from the secret intelligence agency. Zara sat at Marcus's dining table with Tyler in her arms. The baby was calm, but she could feel his mind picking up the worry and fear from all the adults around him. She gently sent peaceful thoughts to Tyler to keep him relaxed. "Let me understand this correctly," General Brooks said, looking at Zara. "You claim to be from a space station that we have never detected. You say aliens are
coming to destroy Earth. And you want us to believe that this baby has special mental powers. I do not want you to believe anything, Zara said calmly. I want you to prepare for what is coming. Dr. Kim leaned forward. Show us proof of these mental abilities. Zara looked down at Tyler. The baby was looking around the room at all the strangers. She focused her thoughts and sent him a feeling of happiness and safety. Immediately, Tyler began smiling and laughing. Then she thought about something scary, and Tyler's face changed to worry. He reached for her face and made soft sounds. And that proves nothing, Director Walsh said. Babies respond to facial expressions and voice tones. Zara stood up and walked to the other side of the room. Keeping her back turned to Tyler, she focused her mind on sending the baby feelings of love and comfort. Even though Tyler could not see her face, he began making happy sounds again. Then Marcus tried something. He thought about his wife, Linda, and how much he missed her. Tyler immediately started crying, even though Marcus had not moved or made any sound. The room became very quiet. How is this possible? Dr. Kim asked. Humans living in space for many generations develop these abilities, Zara explained. The radiation from Jupiter and other planets changes how our brains work. But Tyler was born on Earth Marcus asked. Every frequency, every language, even mathematical signals. No response. Zara shifted Tyler to her other arm. The hegemony does not negotiate. They take what they want and destroy everything else. What do they want? Director Walsh asked. Planets that can support life. They destroy the people living there and move their own population in. Marcus walked to his computer and opened the Project Shield files. These weapons I have been building, will they work against alien ships? Zara looked at the designs on the screen. Your missiles and laser guns will not be enough. Hegemony ships have shields that can stop most physical weapons, but their psychic attack systems have a weakness. What weakness? Dr. Kim asked. Children with mental abilities can block their psychic weapons. If you have enough gifted children working together, they can even turn the aliens' own weapons against them. General Brooks shook his head. You want us to use children as weapons? I want you to let children save your planet, Zara said firmly. Because your adults cannot do it alone. Marcus made a decision. How many children like Tyler exist on Earth? I do not know. But we need to find them quickly. I can help with that, Dr. Kim said. My research center has been studying unusual brain activity in children. We thought it was a medical condition, but maybe we were wrong. they can be trained. Marcus looked around his house. We will use my estate. It is private, secure, and big enough for many families. And what about weapons? General Brooks asked. If physical weapons will not work, what can we use? Zara smiled for the first time since the meeting began. We're going to build something that has never existed before. We're going to combine your technology with Tyler's mental abilities. We're going to create psychic amplifiers. Is that possible? Marcus asked. Your son's brain creates patterns that can be measured and copied. If we can build machines that boost those patterns, we can give normal humans temporary psychic abilities. Dr. Kim was already taking notes. We would need brain scanners, computer models of Tyler's neural activity, and some kind of transmission device. I can build the transmission devices, Marcus said. My factories can produce them quickly if we have the right designs. General Brooks stood up. This is the craziest plan I have ever heard. But if those alien ships are really coming to destroy us, crazy might be our only chance. Zara looked down at Tyler, who had fallen asleep in her arms. Your son is going to help save your world, Marcus. But first, we have a lot of work to do. Marcus felt something he had not felt since his wife died. Purpose. His son was not just a crime